That's a different story, but it comes in conjunction with this. So once what happened was, in Kailash, where Mother Parvati and Lord Shiv resides, so Mother Parvati was listening to Bhagavatam class by Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva said, you know what, that through the mouth of Brahman and through sacrifice, God Krishna, he receives his food. So it's very good to feed the Brahmanas. So then she thought, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Next day, she came to Lord Shiva and she said, what? I heard your lecture, beautiful lecture. I have invited a Rishi. He said, who? And then she said, I have invited Kumbhaj Muni for a feast. He said, what did you do? You should have checked with me first. You never invite Kumbhaj Rishi. She said, why? Because he can eat everything and everything that you have. He can eat a lot. Then she laughed hysterically. She said, do you know who I am? I am Annapurna. I am the goddess of food. There is no way that he can eat everything I have. He says, okay, fine. The day that you have invited, don't consider me your husband. There is no connection. I don't know you, you don't know me. Don't come to me when you are in trouble now. So then she calls this Kumbhaj Rishi. He comes, he starts eating. So like, we go with a tub, and then he said, wait, throw the spoon, give me the tub. And then he started eating, eating. 90% of the kitchen over, finished. There were 1,000 cooks who were cooking. And by the time she would go to kitchen and come back, he would have finished. And he would say, give me more, ani more. Bring it on. When the 95% crossed, then she rushes towards husband. Shiv, save me. He says, who are you? I don't know you. Are you my wife? He said, please save me. He said, I told you before, right? Wife should listen to the husband, but you did not do that. So, I am not going to help you. So she said, who will help me? Only one person, Krishna. Call Krishna now. So then she prays to Krishna. Krishna disguises himself as a small Brahman boy. He comes and he sits exactly on the same cot where Kumbhaj Rishi was sitting. And he sits and he tells Mother Parvati that, Mother, I am hungry. Please bring me something to eat. Mother says, wow, I called you so that you have to stop his eating, now you want to eat. What is this? So then he says, trust me, trust the process, just bring something to eat. Now Mother Parvati, she brings something to eat. And then he just ate one chapati and few dal and sabzi. And the Vaishnav etiquette is, if on a table, if anyone, no one should get up unless everyone has finished eating. And the second thing is, if someone has finished eating, then everyone is to stop eating. So what Krishna did was that after eating one chapati, he washed his hand. And Kumbhaj Rishi becomes so angry on Krishna. He says, you fool! I only ate 50%. And mother says, wow, 50%. You finished my entire bhandar, my store, and you are saying 50%. How much more did you intend to eat? So he said, okay, fine. I ate, but I could not drink anything. So then Krishna revealed his form, and Krishna said, don't worry, Kumbhaj Rishi, our day will come, don't drink until next 1,000 years. Our day will come, just keep it inside and you have to drink a lot. So all the water of Samvartak was drunk by this Kumbhaj Rishi. Because this is like a hill, the water is coming, it is coming down, but where is the water going? So Kumbhaj Rishi was drinking all the water, 360 degrees. So that day he satisfied all his thirst of drinking water. So after that, 7 days passed away and Krishna is very happy because this is a very beautiful pastime. Actually, in all the other pastimes of Krishna, there is only reciprocation of one ras. If there is with the gopis, it's only Madhurya. If it's with Mother Yashoda, it's only Vatsalya. But this is the only Leela pastime where all the 5 rasas were present at one time. So there was Sakhya Bhav, the friends, Madhumangal and Subal and Krishna, Stok Krishna and everyone. They were teasing Krishna, they were happy with Krishna. Then there were the gopis, Radharani, so it was Madhurya. Then there was Nanda Baba, all the elder and gopis. So it was Vatsalya Ras, it was Shantaras because this Govardhan was very beautiful. When Krishna lifted Govardhan, they saw that actually the whole base of Govardhan is with emerald jewels. and there is ruby and neelam, pokhraj, and all the beautiful jewels were there, and there was food and there was everything. Govardhan was so beautiful from inside. And so that was in Shantaras. And then there was Dasiras also, because there were cows, there was the flute and everything. So they were all in the. So he was relishing all the five rasas together. Now what happened was that, remember in the starting of the lecture I told you that Krishna did this Leela to erase his footprints, isn't it? So when the footprints were erased, then he gestured Govardhan, now our work is done. Right? The footprints have been erased. But then there were certain various reasons why he did that, was because the gopis complained that we cannot meet you in the daytime. And the gopas complained, we cannot meet you in the night time. So Krishna said, okay, fine, let me do one thing. Let me bring all of you together. So Krishna brings all the gopis and everyone together under one umbrella of Govardhan, and that is why this is the one of the favorite Leela of the Acharyas or even of Lord Krishna, because this is the only Leela when all the five rasas are present together. Now, it is said by the Acharyas that Krishna was so happy as he was looking at Radharani. So what happened was, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his purport, he says that actually Krishna did not even lift Govardhan on his finger. He lifted on the nail of his finger. That is how light Govardhan had become. But after 3-4 days, Mother Yashoda, she comes and then she tells everyone that, don't you people have compassion over my child? He is only 7-year-old. He has been holding without eating, drinking, sleeping. Don't you think you should help him? So then there was one Baba. It's very interesting story. So these are all Braj stories basically. I will tell you because it's humorous. So while they were circumambulating, there was a heavy bodybuilder, and all of a sudden he fainted. So then there was a gopi, and she shouted from behind that, I will tell in Braj Bhasha and then I will translate. So she said that, Gopi Puchri ke lotha, meaning the gopi is asking, who fell down? So that is how he got the name Puchri ka lotha. And then he became Puchri ka lotha Baba. And he is an incarnation of Lord Hanuman. So Puchri ka lotha Baba, he took compassion on Krishna. He was in the Sakhya Bhav, friends with Krishna. So he puts his stick, I will help Krishna. And then Madhumanga said, I will help Krishna. Everyone said, I will help Krishna. And they all put their stick up. Krishna says, okay, fine, you don't need me. So he put, just slightly, he withdrew his hand, and Govardhan came down, said, Gira, 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 Gira. It's coming down, coming down, coming down. Don't do this. And again, he puts his hand up. Then Mother Yashoda, she was, in her mind, she started cursing this Govardhan, that because of you, my child has to suffer. So Krishna then understood. He called his mother and he said, Mother, look, there is a secret. I will tell you the secret. The secret is, I am not lifting this Govardhan. The Govardhan is lifting himself because you have given so nice palatable dishes to him that as a favor he is lifting himself. But because I became a hero in the starting, so just to keep my image, he is letting you know that I am lifting him. I am not lifting him. So then Mother Yashoda, she became pacified. Okay, fine. If that is the case, then okay, you can just do your drama. Whatever. So that happened, and then it is said that Krishna actually wanted to lift Govardhan for hundreds and thousands of years. But unfortunately, the storage of Indra finished within 7 days. Water storage finished. They also tried to operate the motor, but it was not working. No electricity, nothing, everything gone. So after that, what happened was, Krishna then, it is said, with one Leela, Krishna actually does so many things. So how much time do we have, Prabhu? Because there is a lot to cover. 10-15 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So after that, what happened was that when he was lifting the Govardhan and when they were all putting their sticks, then Madhumangal tells him, Krishna, that you think that you are so smart that you are lifting it alone. That is not the case. So then they said, so what? So Krishna asked, so what? So it's a very famous saying in Braj. It goes like, कुछ माखन के बल भयो, कुछ माखन को बल बढ़ो, कुछ गोपन करी सहाय, श्री राधे जो की कृपा से गिरिवर लिए उठाए, meaning that it is not you alone. All the butter that you have stolen from the gopis, that has given you the strength to live. So that is only 0.5%. 0.5% is all Madhu Mangal and Puchri Ka Lotha Baba and Subal and all. It is 0.5%. So that is 1%. And 99% it's Radharani's kripa, because of whom you are able to live this Govardhan. So Bolo Radharani ki Jai. So the gopis, they said, we will give you logic as well. So this Radharani, she has manifested from the heart of Krishna. She is his Haladini Shakti. And you are lifting from your left hand. So that is why he has proved that this is all Radharani. It's all her mercy, because of whom you are able to live this Govardhan today. And after that, what happened was that the Samvartak and everyone, they went back, and then Indra, he understood his mistake. He comes, so I'm cutting it short because there's lack of time. So then Indra, he comes, and then everyone congratulates Krishna, and they go back to their house. And then what happens was that Indra goes to Brahmaji, and he says that, you know what, I have done a mistake. And Brahmaji said, "Et tu brute, you also. I also did this. I also did the same mistake. I thought that he's an ordinary boy, but he is not ordinary, he is the supreme person. So what should be done now?" So he said, there's only one thing that you can do is, Krishna loves cows the most. So you take Surabhi cow with you, and when Krishna sees the cow, he will be very happy and he might forgive you. So then Indra, so after everyone goes back home, and yeah, so one thing is that Krishna had not eaten for 7 days, right? And Mother Yashoda used to feed him 8 times every day. 8 into 7 is 56. So that is why we offer 56 offerings to Krishna. That is why the Chappan Bhog. So after that, they gave Chappan Bhog to Krishna, everyone goes back home. Then suddenly Krishna and Balram sees that there is a cow. And Krishna starts playing, hey, look so cute cow, and he's playing. So the cow comes and says, I am not alone, there is someone come here to meet you. And then he says, who? Then he looks, and that's Indra standing. Then Indra comes and he says that I understand my mistake, I did this mistake, and I'm really sorry about that. Krishna said, don't worry, I am not here, I will not take your position. I only want to do disposition, meaning that you will still remain the king of the demigods, but now you will not become the king out of pride, but out of humility. Because now you understand that it's not you. You were doing like this, you were taking bribe actually. Because let's say if we go to a vending machine and if we put 5 euros and the chocolate comes out, so we will not take a Aarti ka thali and we will say, Om Jai Jagdish Hare vending machine ki jai ho, right? Because we put 5 euros and it gave us the chocolate. So similarly, Krishna explained that it is their karma alone. Why are you taking bribe as an offering from them? That's not good actually. So now you become humble and then you can carry on your position. So that was some chip. I will just give you some takeaways for this Leela. So I have made some 10 pointers. Very quickly we will go through it so that we remember all the stories fresh. So first point is that Krishna always protects his devotees, right? When the Samvartak was there, so they all go to Krishna and then Krishna gives them this idea that go to Govardhan and Govardhan will save us. So it is said, Bhagavad Gita 9.31, Shipram bhavati dharmatma sashva shantim nikachati kaunteya pratijanehi name bhakta pranashyati. Right? That tell my devotees that they will never perish. Oh Arjun, go and boldly declare to my devotees that they can never perish. Krishna always saves his devotees. That is the first thing. Second is, Krishna could have easily ended the Mahabharata war within few moments. He could have easily killed Ravan. But he did not do that. Why? Because he wants to glorify his devotees. Here also he could have taken care of Indra and Samvartak, but he wanted to glorify Govardhan. So that is why that is also one of the reasons he does some Leela to glorify his devotees. Third is that it is said that charity begins at home, right? Now Krishna, if he was to tell Arjun that Arjun, Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarva Loka Maheshwaram Suhritam Sarva Bhutanam Gyatvam Akshantim Richati, that I am God, then Arjun would have said, first teach your housemates, right? Your Nanda Baba and they are worshipping demigod and you say, I am God and surrender unto me. So that is why Krishna started preaching very early when he was 7 years old. that first let me change my environment and then I go and then I will tell others and then other will listen to me. Fourth reason is, or the fourth point is that Krishna wanted to lift something heavier. He was only lifting flute so far. So he said it's too easy for me. Now let me lift something that is much heavier. He wanted to rejoice all the five rasas together. We discussed that he wanted all the Brajvasis under one umbrella. Then sixth and seventh point is very important to all of us. The sixth point is that sixth and seventh both I'll club together, that he always destroys the false pride of his devotees, right? Because this Indra was not an ordinary person, and when we understand Srimad Bhagavatam or any Grantha, so only the highlights are given. For instance, if we see cricket or football, so in the 5 minutes they will only show the goals, right? That does not mean that there were only goals in the 90 minutes or only fours and sixes in cricket. That does not mean there were only fours and sixes. It's just the highlight. So when Indra is being highlighted as someone with pride, so he is not a negative character here. He is a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, but sometimes when we are initiated, we are chanting 16 rounds, we are following 4 regulative principles, then false pride might come inside that I am doing such nice sadhana, right? So Krishna does not like that. So that is why we have to always go into the mode of Trinadapi Sunichena. That be humble than a tree, and be humble that like a tolerant like a grass and humble than a tree, right? And then there is this reason that this Leela actually gives us hope. What is the hope? In the Skanda Purana it is said that if we look at a devotee and if we don't smile, that is a Vaishnava Aparadh. It is actually a Vaishnava Aparadh, not to be laughed at. So we have to treat the devotees very carefully and respectfully, right? Don't say any bad words about them. Don't embarrass them, insult them, smile. Be very respectful with the devotees. And here Indra, what to speak about smiling, he wanted to kill the puremost devotees, that is the Brajvasis. And even after that Krishna forgave. Right? So there is hope for all the devotees. 9.30 Krishna says that if someone has done a little bhakti, and if they fall, then don't worry, I will take care of them. So Krishna takes, but that is not a license that we will go and get devotees and then we will assume that Krishna will save us. No. So that is the hope, but then we have to be very careful. And the last point is that, yeah, everything that Krishna does is in, so he relishes this Madhurya Bhav the most. So the most of the things, pastimes he does is centered around Radharani. And this was as well. He could have gone on for hundreds and thousands of years, but unfortunately the storage emptied. And that is why it ended only in 7 days. But that is the reason when Brahmaji comes, after Brahma Vimohan Leela, Krishna did not even look at him. Because what Brahma did was, he had separated the devotees from God. He had stolen away the cows and the calves and the gopsakhas. On the contrary, what Indra did, he brought the devotees and got together under one umbrella. So that is also one of the reasons Krishna did not do. In fact, he liked and he forgave Indra very easily, right? So those are some of the takeaways, and if there is anything I've said wrong or you didn't feel, so please forgive me. And that's it from my side. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Do we have time for question and answer? I don't know. Is there time for question and answer? I just wanted to finish on time, so. Any comments, any question? Yes?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I just wanted to ask, can you repeat the 5 rasas, please? Just their name.
Shantaras, then there is Sakhyaras, then there is Vatsalyaras, then Madhuryaras, and what did I miss? Dasaras.
Thank you.
Right. Any other question? Any other point? Any other takeaways? Yes, Madhuri.
It was wonderful hearing your expansion of Govardhan's Leela. I was just curious that we have certain stories in Krishna book and we have Prabhupada Srimad Bhagavatam, but you have seemed to have expanded and gone into so many different aspects from different devotees' point of view. I was just wondering which of the books that you were reading together.
Oh yeah, so most of the pastimes you will find in a book called Gopal Champu. Gopal Champu, yeah. Then there is Govinda Lilamrit by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. You will find there as well. Then there are different Puranas. For instance, most of these pastimes you will find in the Padma Puran, Skanda Puran, and then I actually quoted all the things like Adi Vara Puran, and then there were other Puranas as well. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Battery gone? Indra storage finished. Okay, I'll shout from here. Yeah.
Okay, and maybe
I can write it down.
from
Yes.
our chat.
Yeah. Right. Any other points?
Just a very nice takeaway from that Leela. I thought was really nice. The number 5, which you mentioned, which wanted to just say about the 5 masses. Just so nice that Krishna had them all there together.
Yeah.
All rasas together.
Yeah, Radharani is there, and then there's the Coward boys, and that was such a nice kind of switch on the mood and to think about it and to meditate on it. It's just, I mean, they were meditating for 7 days.
Right. Yeah, so I'll further expand. I'll tell you something that, as I said in the Govind Lilamrit, it is said, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that this Govardhan is in the shape of a peacock. And Radhakund and Shamkund are the 2 eyes of Govardhan. And then the tail is called Puchri. And there is this Lotha Baba, as I said, that is Puchri ka Lota. And it is said that unless when you are circumambulating, you have to take darshan of Puchri ka Lota Baba, then it is said that your circumambulance is completed. So yeah, so you will find many interesting facts like this in these texts. Yeah. So any other points, any other comments, question?
Like one question.
Jeev Goswami, yes. Right.
Like Prabhuji mentioned, like Govardhan was available in Ramayana, like Ram time. But what is the origin of the Govardhan? How, when is it started?
Yeah, so Prabhuji is asking that I mentioned about different timelines, like it was also present during Treta Yuga, Satya Yuga, Dwapar Yuga. So origin actually Prabhuji is in the spiritual abode. So like I said, in the Garga Samhita it is mentioned that when Radharani wanted a gift from Krishna, she said that if I have served you well, can you just give me a gift, a place where we can do pastimes. So his heart, there was a piece from his heart, and that expanded as Govardhan. So it expanded actually in the spiritual world. And then it comes down to Shamal Dweep. That is a part in India in the previous time. And then from there, Pulatsi Rishi, he got it to Vrindavan.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Sir, Prabhuji, I have another question. So I was looking at the video where I heard that Lord Krishna's hand was very stable when he was holding the Parvat. But when he saw Srimati Radharani, his hand started shaking.
Yeah.
Is that true? Or?
Yes, that is true. So when his hand started shaking, that is when Yashoda Mata, she started cursing Govardhan. Because she thought that he is getting weak now. Or he is getting tired. But no child would tell their parents about their boyfriends and girlfriends, right? So he could not tell that. And again, this is transcendental relationship, not an ordinary. So he could not tell that. And then he's looking at Govardhan, what are you doing? Be stable. And Govardhan is saying, your mother is cursing me. So then he calls mother and he shows the secret that, you know what, this is the reality. I am not holding him. He is there. So that is the thing. Yeah, but that is true. Yeah. Yes, any other point? You want to do something?
Yes, so you were going to explain how it's reducing.
Okay, yeah. So when Pulastri he was bringing him, and when he stopped in Vrindavan, he was not moving to Varanasi, then Pulastri actually he cursed Govardhan. And he said, every day you will reduce like from a size of a mustard seed. So as I said, it was 100 peaks. So that was like thousands and millions of kilometers, but now it has reduced. And as we discussed, right, 21 kilometers now. So it's reducing every day. So that was the curse of Tulatsi Rishi. Yeah. Right. So are we good to move ahead? Or we can carry on.
one last question. Okay? One question.
Yeah, there is one more question as well.
When do you expect the reduction?
2 more minutes.
Yes.
When do you expect the reduction to finish? At what stage?
Yeah,
How many years? How many thousand years?
Oh, this curse to finish.
Yeah.
Okay, so see, this is, I cannot comment, but
Yes.
based on the assumption, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said 10,000 years is the golden period, golden age of Kali Yuga.
Yeah.
So I would say it's 10,000 years, but that is my personal assumption. I could be wrong. But yeah, definitely not after 10,000 years, because then there will be no devotion left in this Kali Yuga.
So already 5,000 years is gone.
No, 5,000 years no, it's just started now.
Oh,
Yeah, 550 years back, Gaurang Mahaprabhu he left,
yes.
and then it is said that it has started sometime after Prabhupada left, this golden period. Yeah.
So one question.
Okay.
So what do you expect people to do in the next 10,000 years? I know it's going to...
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram Hare Hare. That is the only thing, Prabhu. Yes. So Lord Brahma says, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Iti Shodasha Ankam Namnam Kali Kalmashe Nashinam Nata Parataropai Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. I have seen all the Vedas, I have studied all the Vedas, and there is no other way than chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then Hare Nam Eva Kevalam Kalo Nasteva Gatir Anyata Hare Santran Upanishad says the same thing. That for Kali Yuga there is no other way than chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
When it will be reduced to 0, so at that time what it will signify?
Nothing. So see, Prabhu, Lord Krishna, he says, it is said actually that until and unless there are cows, Lord Krishna will be associated with this material world. He does not live without devotees and without cows, right? So I have never heard so much in detailing what will happen, what will not, but just know that for the 10,000 years, everything, we are secure for the next 10,000 years. But we cannot say anything after that. Yeah. So try not to go to Swargalok in these 10,000 years. Because by the time you are back, it will be more than 10,000 years. So this is our golden ticket actually, golden chance. Prabhupada says, whoever chants 16 rounds, follow 4 regulative principles, observes Ekadashi, they are sure to go back to Godhead. And if you have to go back to Godhead in one lifetime, attend Mangal Aarti. One lifetime, you will go back to Godhead, no matter how much, however big your baggage of karma or prarabdha is. One lifetime. He said, I can do this because I have the back door key of Golok. So I will skip you from the, or I will give you entry from the back door. So let's focus on that.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.